particularly in view of the fact that we just had these serious tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma. The Red Cross drive, the national drive for funds, I understand is lagging badly, and I would like to enlist the help of this body in giving a plug for the Red Cross throughout the nation, wherever your papers and your voices will reach. Thank you very much. All right, Preston.
President Marvin Aerosmith of the AP. I guess you know that your trip to Gettysburg last Friday got quite a bit of attention when the newsmen who were traveling behind you were flagged down for speeding and trying to keep up. And they also reported that your car seemed to be going over the limit at times. I wonder whether you'd care to express your views on this matter.
Well, I don't mind expressing my views. First of all, I have for a good many years sat in the back seat of an automobile and used it as a conference place, which I was doing on that occasion. I had no more idea of the speed we were proceeding than anyone would have had he not been present. But because of those stories, I've issued orders that we will be particularly careful never to exceed the speed limit at any place. Now, a good many of you people have followed me all over the continent for more than 4 years. None of you has ever called my attention to the fact that I've been causing you any inconvenience back there, and I wasn't aware of it until I read it in the paper.
National Banner. As you know, a vacancy occurs on the TVA board next month, and I was wondering what qualifications you had in mind for a man who would fill that position. Or whether you have to be an Eisenhower Republican or an Army engineer like General Vogel, or what you had in mind on that?
Well, I haven't got anything specifically in mind for the person we're talking about, but I believe it's a board that's required to be bipartisan, and I don't remember whether the man going out is a Republican or Democrat. For now, as far as I'm concerned, there are a good many appointments in the federal government where partisan politics has no part to play. You try to get the best man. And in that one, you certainly have to get a qualified individual who would be a man knowing something about public utilities, their financing, and in general, what I would call a middle-of-the-road philosophy in all of this field of governmental intervention in local affairs.
Mr. President, Ray Sher, NBC. There seems to be a growing feeling in Congress that the school construction bill is dead for this session, largely for reasons of economy, both inside and outside Congress. Are you prepared to classify this bill as a casualty?
As what?
As a casualty?
No, by no means. I was so disappointed last year when we failed to get the bill that I immediately announced I was going to try in this session to get it on a 4-year program instead of a 5-year. I have tried to make clear time and again that I think the federal government has not any proper role in the operation and in the general maintenance of our public school system. It belongs to the localities and the states. But as I pointed out to this body before, through a series of circumstances, we, and many of which the local people could not help at all, we got way behind in schools, in schoolrooms. And I've come to the conclusion that because some of those difficulties were brought about by national emergencies, the national government ought to help. And I say a help only. And that is beyond the power of the state to do it. Get those buildings built and then turn the whole thing back to the states and have nothing more to do with it. I believe it's a necessity, and the longer it's neglected, the more we will suffer as a nation in the long run. Because I believe with Franklin that freedom and free government depends upon an educated citizenry.
Mr. President,